Yeah, there was always something about a city on nights like these, where the rain never stops tapping on your window like an ex-lover, and the smell of coffee becomes your alcohol. But that's a different story. Truth is, it's one of the good things about it. Nothing like waking up to the side of the city casting clouds. Almost feels like heaven on earth. Almost. Another sorry sap got ice today, butchered by his own work. Found him in his room, a notebook filled with scribbles and erasures, like some sort of script for a stage play. Man made an article a couple weeks ago claiming to know about cosplay, but failed to deliver when he forgot to talk about the most important aspect of cosplay, aside from the costume. His greatest downfall, much like this rain, was not mentioned in roleplay. I guess the only sensible thing now is to simply correct that by making a follow-up article talking about it. Things just got a whole lot more interesting. I really do love the city on days like these. Ohio! What is roleplay? Simple, it's acting. You assume a different personality based on the character you're trying to portray. For example, in S&M, that intro I made, I badly roleplayed a noir detective from Boston. I tried imitating an old school detective as he monologues on a rainy day about a recent crime scene he's investigating. The sort of someone who's seen it all and this is just another day like yesterday. Now if you want to become a godly roleplayer like yours truly, there are multiple ways to hone your skill. If you're in school, being in a drama club or acting class would really help your roleplaying ability. My favorite way of roleplaying, aside from cosplaying, is playing Dungeons & Dragons. In Dungeons & Dragons, you can finally be that beautiful elven archer that you'd always wanted to be. FYI, Legolas is actually a fighter, not a ranger. Or be the rage-fueled lone mercenary from the Band of the Hawks. Let's go with that. So, you want to play a barbarian. You'll be the big Dumbo yelling and attacking everything that moves. But, if you're an intellectual like me, my barbarian would have an acolyte background. She'll have a small petite build with a slender frame, yet profound muscle structures. She'll have a very soft and kind facial feature, somewhat similar to an understanding mature mother, accompanied by a soft-spoken voice that effortlessly calms down crying children as she sings them a lullaby. She'll be mild-mannered and walk with grace and elegance. She'll be wearing a nun's attire, on her left hand holding a holy scripture, and on her right, an amulet with a symbol of tear. If you talk about the orphans, priests, her fellow sisters, or her god in an ill-mannered way, that's when you see her gentle loving smile slowly turns into a demented grin as she looks directly into your eyes, piercing your soul. You get the feeling of impending doom as she takes a small step towards you. You want to run, but your legs are frozen from such a heavy presence she's emanating. You evade your eyes, but it's as if you can't afford to look away for a single second as primal instincts kick in and you know turning your gaze upon her means certain death. She stops just a few inches from you, looking up into your frightened face, and slowly raises her right hand, in which you see the amulet glow in a bright, blinding, radiant light. And in a flash, it transforms into a massive golden battle axe that glimmers on her soft, pale hands. You blink, and then you feel lightheaded. You see her demented smile seemingly aroused as you look upon her. Next to you is your lifeless body. As it hits the ground, you hear her maniacal laughter one last time before everything fades to black. Then you snap out of it. You're out of breath, sweating non-stop as your heart pounds viciously as if it was trying to leave your body. But you're alive. You look at your hands as they tremble in fear. Then you look up, and you see the same set of adventurers looking at you, as you were about to poke fun at the old rundown church where the orphans live. You keep it to yourself and stop speaking. As the party leaves, you look back up to see the nun looking right at you with the same demented smile you saw in your daydream. You start questioning everything as reality crumbles and you lose consciousness. And that's a natural 20 on intimidation by your tsundere barbarian nun. Anyways, learning how to roleplay doesn't have to be in front of dozens of people. You can learn by simply joining RP sites or threads. The goal is to act and speak like your chosen character. Either way, you're interacting with other people, and by doing so, you see how it's done and can learn from it. In roleplaying, it's all about fun. I've seen a lot of cosplayers and cons break character, but is it bad? No. I don't mind seeing a Bakugo cosplayer being really nice and gentle around their friends, or a foul-mouthed Tanjiro cosplayer. They are still themselves, so it's okay to have fun. I know I love cosplaying as Mei. She's so cheerful and bubbly while I'm not. I thought you were having a hard time role-playing as Mei. Oh, yes I am. You've been smiling since you last left your photo shoot. I think you're getting a hang of it. No, my face is stuck. So, tell me about your favorite roleplay moment, be it in a convention, online, or even in D&D. My favorite time I roleplayed was when I was part of DeviantArt's Demonology art group. We created demon OCs based from panty and stockings with garter belt. This is my little demon, Gauntlet, and his partner slash senpai that he has a massive crush on, Gloves, created by my lovely Onetsan. I'll tell you about the RP session in another time. Jane!